So here's a question I want to talk about today. How can an experienced truck accident lawyer help you? Well, here's 3 different ways they can help you. Number 1, after a crash, they can preserve the crucial evidence. How do they do that? Well, a lot of times we file suit right away so that the court has jurisdiction not only over your case, but all the evidence in the case. The truck, the scene, the evidence, the computers aboard the trucks, all the documents that were supposed to be preserved at the company that was hiring the truck driver, all the training materials, all that stuff. We also write a letter to the other side to make sure that they preserve the evidence so that your rights are preserved. That's the number 1 thing, is to preserve crucial evidence. We send an investigator out. We go interview the witnesses. We go interview the parties if we can, the truck driver. We had one case where the truck driver was in jail. She had falsified all of the logbooks, and we wanted to make sure that we were able to try and reach out to her to make sure that we understood exactly why she would do this. I mean, why would a truck driver falsify a logbook when they're on a cross-country trip? Well, it turns out she was put under pressure by the company to drive more than she was illegally allowed to do. So that's not good. Now, nowadays, there's electronic records, and hopefully this is in a better situation, but I'm sure there's some folks that are getting around the rules. So, number 1 is to preserve crucial evidence. Number 2, we want to make sure to put a barrier between you and the insurance company at their side. How do we do that? Well, people hire us to delegate the stress of dealing with their insurance company to us. So, you won't be getting barraged by a number of calls from the insurance companies want your statement. No, we will be the ones that they contact, and we'll control exactly what kind of access the insurance company has to you. So typically, the insurance company for the other side does not have your best interests at heart. We do. We want to make sure that what's your business is your business, and we want to make sure to protect you from any outside influence from you making a statement that is equivocal, something that's misleading, that type of thing. Because usually those statements are recorded, and we want to make sure that all of those statements are accurate, they're truthful, and in their proper context. So, number 1, we preserve the evidence. Number 2, we protect you from the insurance company. The third thing that we do is we preserve your right to a jury trial. How do we do that? Well, most states, Illinois being one of them, has a specific time period for you to file a lawsuit. Typically that's 2 years, but it can be different in certain circumstances. And there could be different notice requirements in different states as well. So you want the lawyer to understand exactly what's going on. So we make sure to file the case and preserve your right to a jury trial so that a jury is the one that determines how much you're going to be compensated. See, in most states, and I'll concentrate on Illinois for now, you're entitled to recover money from a reckless or negligent driver that put you in that situation. See, the idea of damages is to return you to the spot you were right before the crash. You were healthy. You were able to take care of your family. You had a great job. You were able to go to it. You were able to enjoy your weekends. You were able to spend time with your family, your kids, etc. You've been in a bad trucking crash. You've been severely injured, and you're at a very low point. The lawyer's job is to make sure that you're protected and that your right to a jury trial is preserved. So when we get you in front of a jury, we can ask for that all those medical bills are paid, and any future medical bills are paid, and any lost wages that you lose or any future earning capacity is preserved, is paid to you. But that's not really the most important part of any trial. I mean, that's money that's going to go somewhere else. The medical bills, that type of thing, they're going to the doctors and the health care providers, which is great. They deserve to be paid. But that's not going to you. The lost wages, you had a job anyway. So that money is basically getting returned to you, but it's not really putting you back where you were. See, the number one thing that we recover for you as your lawyers, as your trucking lawyers, is your non-economic damages, the pain and suffering you incurred after the crash. That's a non-economic number because it doesn't have a specific number. It's a number that's got to be real. It's got to be shown to a jury. It's got to be proven. And we do that every single day. We put together all the evidence to prove what that pain and suffering is like. Also, you should be entitled to any money for disability, or it's sometimes called loss of a normal life. You were able to run beforehand. Now you can't even walk. You were able to go drive your car to wherever you wanted to go out in the country. Go look. You can't drive your car anymore. You can't, you like to play ball with the kids. You like to go out and play some basketball with your son. You like to go out and play some softball with your daughter. You like to coach a team. You can't even do those things anymore. That's loss of a normal life. And that number, my friends, in my experience, I have 6 kids. That number is a huge number, because that's what gives life meaning, to be able to interact with your family, to be able to do the things that you like as an American. Those things are, the number for those is the larger number in my book. Also, you can recover disfigurement. So you've been scarred, you have a limp, you can't do things the way you want to do them. That disfigurement in our society is worth a lot of money. So those are the non-economic damages: pain and suffering, loss of a normal life or disability, and disfigurement. And those are the real numbers for your lawsuit, not the medical bills, not the lost wages. Those are important, sure. Those are the ones that we rely upon to keep the mortgage paid, to make sure that the cars are paid, to make sure that you have insurance, that type of thing. That's very, very important. I'm not diminishing those. But in my opinion, the bigger issue is the non-economic damages. And those are the ones that we as lawyers have the biggest job to prove in your case. Hit the like button if you found this video helpful. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this.